Let's continue our discussion of the basics of equation solving, and let's do that with this equation. Let's look at 2x equals 16. Now the goal, as always, is to solve for the unknown, and the unknown in this case is x. You want to get x by itself. In the last video, we talked about how we could add or subtract any number on both sides of an equation. As long as we do the same thing to both sides of the equation, we're okay. Now that's true with multiplication and division as well. We're allowed to multiply or divide both sides of an equation by a number, as long as we do the same thing on the left side as we do to the right side. So to get x by itself in this case, since x is multiplied by 2 in this example, what we can do is we can divide both sides of the equation by 2. And you'll see what that's going to do is it's going to cancel the 2 in the numerator with the 2 in the denominator, and we'll be left with just an x on the left side of the equation. On the right side of the equation, what we have left is 16 divided by 2. 16 divided by 2 is just 8. So our solution is x equals 8, and that's it. Now let's look at another example. Let's say we have x divided by 3 equals 12. Now what we can do to get x by itself in this case is we can multiply both sides of this equation by 3. And you'll see what that does. If you think back to fractions, your work with fractions, you can think of that 3 as a 3 over 1. And when you look at it like that, you'll probably see that the 3 in the numerator is going to cancel with the 3 in the denominator. Now we specifically chose to multiply by 3 on the left and the right hand side of the equation because x was divided by 3. What we're left with on the left hand side of the equation now is just an x, and what we're left with on the right side of the equation is 12 times 3, and 12 times 3 is just 36, and that is solved as well. Now what we should probably do is go back and check both of our solutions just to make sure that we did it right. So what we do is we're going to copy down the original equation, 2x equals 16, and we're going to replace x in this equation with our solution. We're going to substitute our solution into this equation. What did we get? We got x equals 8. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace that x with an 8, and now we have 2 times 8 equals 16. Is that correct? Is that equation true? Yes, of course, it is. So we have the correct solution. Now let's also copy down this original equation down here. Let's check that result. X divided by 3 equals 12 was our original equation. And let's replace our x with our solution. X is 36. So we want to replace x with 36. And the question is that true? Is that equation true? 36 divided by 3 equals 12. That is true. So x equals 36 was the correct solution. Let's take a more complicated equation and see if we can solve that. Let's say if we have the equation 2x minus 5 equals 7. How can we use the ideas from this video and the previous video to solve that equation? Think about it for a minute, see what you can do, hit pause, see if you can solve it. Now keep in mind that the goal of solving any equation is to get the unknown by itself. In this case, the unknown is x. So our goal is to get x by itself. Now to begin to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to add 5 to both sides of this equation. And if you go back to the last video, you'll see the reason that we added 5 to both sides of this equation is because we had a minus 5 in the original equation. Now you'll see what happens here. We have on the left hand side now 2x minus 5 plus 5. That's just going to leave us with a 2x. On the right side we have 7 plus 5, which of course is just 12. Now what we have is an equation that looks just like the first equation that we solved in this video. I believe it was 2x equals 16 was the first equation. To solve 2x equals 12, we use the same idea. What we're going to do is we're going to divide both sides of the equation by 2 now. The 2's are going to cancel on the left-hand side of the equation, and we're going to be left with just an x. On the right side of the equation, we have 12 divided by 2, which is just 6, of course, and our solution is 6. We do want to check this answer, though, to make sure that it works. Check. I'm going to copy down the original equation, 2x minus 5 equals 7. And what we're going to do is we're going to replace our x with our solution. We got x equals 6. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace our x right there with a 6. And the question is that a true equation? Well, maybe you can look at it and find out pretty easily, but I need to do a step of work. So 2 times 6 is 12, minus 5 equals 7. Now that is definitely true. So we know that x equals 6 is the correct solution to the equation 2x minus 5 equals 7. Okay, let's get you guys a video quiz. So this lesson's video quiz is solve for x. And you're going to solve the equation 3x plus 7 equals 25. And when you're finished, when you get your answer, make sure you check your solution. Okay, great. That's all for this video. In the next video, we're going to be doing the same types of equations, solving, except we're going to involve fractions. So it'll be a little bit more complicated. All right.